Hello. When you hear dun 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 dun, what do you think of? Well, you might think of this. Welcome to the Symphony. Ah! This is a new book, and it was for the babies, and I thought I'd share it with the world. Okay, so it's a musical exploration of the orchestra using Beethoven's Symphony number 5. So yeah, if you thought of Beethoven's 5th, then you thought of the right thing. If I sang it too yucky so you couldn't understand it, not your fault. Okay, it's by Carolyn Sloan and is illustrated by James Williamson. I always tell the boys the author and who illustrated it, because it ends up being, if we like the book, it's because of the way it was written, the way it looked, right? Yes. Welcome to the Symphony. Oh, look, there's a little mouse. He's conducting. And he needs glasses, much like myself. Okay. Hello and welcome to the Symphony. Please take your seats as the concert is about to begin. Oh, this is so exciting. I've never been to the Symphony before. I don't even know what a symphony is. Trust me, you'll love it. It's some of the greatest music you'll ever hear. That's these 3 guys right here, but that's what they said. It's going to happen, it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Okay. The concert master is the person who helps the musicians tune their instruments. He or she nods to the oboe to give the note A to the string section after the woodwinds have tuned. Look, the concertmaster is on stage. Listen to how all the musicians are tuning their instruments. Okay, so here's the tuning. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Okay, that's how I feel when I go to hear the orchestra and hear tuning. It's like, it's about to happen. Okay, pitch is a note high or low. Is how high or low a note sounds. A note is used to represent the pitch. There are 7 musical notes, A, B, C, D, E, and F, and G, and sometimes they're referred to as Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti. You remember that? Do, a, dia. Okay, we're not going to sing that right now, though. That's not what this is about. All right, so, la, 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 am I in tune? Well, I wouldn't say you were in tune exactly, but keep trying. That's what these 2 said. Wow, how perfect. I didn't pre-read that and I did it janky. Okay. Turn the page, would you please? Would you please? Okay. The conductor is the person who leads the orchestra. He or she lets the musicians know when to start playing and how fast or slow to play, as well as how loud or soft. Hello. Who's that guy coming on the stage? Is he late? He's not late. He's the conductor. The conductor gets to tell everybody what to do. He's the director. 3 other ones there. See, I'm just creating this huge audience. Dynamics. That's how loud or soft the music is playing. Tempo, that's how fast or slowly the music is played. I should have said how loud or how soft. I should have done that, but I'm just now thinking of how I'd like to read this. Okay. Symphony number 5 is in C minor, and it was first performed in Vienna in 1808 and is one of the most famous symphonies ever written. And to hear the beginning of the symphony, we press this one. Oh, sorry. Okay. All right. That was exciting. Did you see those guys all play that? Oh, I love this book. All right. I love the theme. It's so exciting and dramatic. Yeah, it sounds great. What's the theme? There's more audience members asking questions. A theme is like the main idea of a story. It's the part of the piece that you hear the most often. It repeats in lots of different ways. So here's the main theme. Let's play. That's the theme. Once again, the theme is, because I was talking, how rude. By the way, when you're at the orchestra, it is rude to talk during it and to crinkle your candy wrappers. I'm saying that for that lady 3 rows ahead of me. He's crinkling her candy wrappers. It'll be a while before we get back to orchestra. But boy, I can't wait. And I think I want to make a plan to go to it because this is the kind of thing, these are one of the big mass people getting together things that I miss right now. Okay. I love the orchestra. Aren't they just magnificent?
What's an orchestra? Wait a minute. What's an orchestra? What?
Okay, an orchestra, which I was talking about, and here they're going to explain it. Did you see how this is going together? Okay, it's a large group of musicians who play different instruments together. It's divided into various sections: the strings, the woodwinds, the brass, and the percussion. Now, can you look at it? Here's your strings. And here's your woodwinds. And here's your brass. Brass, brass, brass. And your percussion. Oh, I'm pointing to things and y'all can't see. See? And your percussion. Time the beat around. Little hip percussion. That is not in this. Okay, so an orchestra. They're going to tell us each instrument, I think. The strings, which I just pointed out. This book is one step behind me. Not true. I'm one step ahead. The strings are the violins, the violas, the cellos, and the double basses. They're called string instruments because each one has a set of 4 strings that you play with a bow or pluck with your fingers. These instruments look alike, but they vary greatly in size and sound. The bigger the instrument, the lower the sound. The violin. That's the violin. That's that. Here we go. Here's the viola. See, it's the same, a little bit lower. Here we go. Cello, one of my faves. Yes, and the double bass is right here. This big guy. It's just scary. No, it's cool. I love that. Oh my God. So the violin is the smallest of the string instruments. It has the highest sound. It often plays the melody because its tone is bright and clear. The viola looks like a violin, but it's a little bigger. Its sound is mellow and smooth like a piece of velvet. The cello sounds almost like a person's voice. Is that why I like it so much? Because I love to talk to people? Or because I love to talk? I don't know. It has a wide range of sounds from low to high and can express intense emotions. Oh, that felt emotional. And the double bass stands very tall. It is the lowest pitched stringed instrument. Its deep, mysterious sound supports the harmonies of the orchestra. I'm so excited. The woodwinds. They're made up of flutes, oboes, clarinets, bassoons. Most of these instruments have something called a reed, which is made of a type of wood similar to bamboo. The flute is not. When you blow air into a woodwind instrument, the reed vibrates to make a sound. If it has a reed, I don't know about it, but I know that you can put reeds in everything. See, they say most because the flute does not. I'm right. Okay. All right. The flute is the oldest of the woodwinds. See? And it's in ancient times, flutes were made of wood or even bone. And maybe back when they were made of wood, they had reeds. Who knows? I don't. Nowadays, they're made of metal, and it's the only woodwind that doesn't use a reed. That's what I'm saying. So you want to hear a flute? It's bright and sweet. They have a piccolo, which is a smaller flute that it's not shown here, but it's like a tweaky. Cute. Okay. The clarinet is a very old instrument that is based in an even older instrument called the chalamo. Chalamo? Looks like it, like the oboe. It's made of an African blackwood. Unlike the oboe, it uses a single reed. But the oboe uses 2 reeds. Let's hear what the... Wait a minute. Oh, no, yeah, right. The clarinet. Fuck. Oops, I said fuck. So let's hear the oboe. Because the oboe is a double reed instrument, and it's made of African blackwood and has a clear, crisp sound. The oboe has a solo in the Beethoven's Fifth of the Symphony, and here it is. And then there's the bassoon. It's the largest of the woodwinds. It's made of maple wood. It's long. It almost touches the floor. When you play it, hot dog, look at that. That's long. Let's hear what that sounds like. This is as exciting as it gets. The brass section. It's made up of a group of shiny metal instruments that can play very loud. Yes. If you've ever heard Joe Miller play, boy, is loud, and it's good. You have to buzz your lips. Oh, yeah. Like that. Into the mouthpiece of a brass instrument in order to make a sound. The valves on the instruments, when pressed down, allow air to travel through different lengths of tubing to make different pitches. So here we go. There's the trumpet, there's the French horn, there's the trombone. The trumpet is the highest sounding of the brass instruments. Like the violin, it often plays the melody because of its loud, penetrating sound. In the Middle Ages, early trumpets were used to announce the entrance of a king or a queen at court. You've heard that. You've heard that in movies. Again. Okay. The French horn developed from a hunting horn dating back to the 1600s. It started as a long, thin piece of tubing with a mouthpiece at one end and a flared at the bell, and a flared bell at the other. My God, I'm reading this like crap. I'm just too excited. I'm so excited that I talked through the French horn. Let's try again. Okay, trombone is the only instrument that has no valves or keys. Maybe I should have always tried to learn that one. You're just like, okay. And it has a slide that moves up and down to change its pitch. In Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, the trombones don't play until the fourth movement. Movements. Will they tell us what movements are? Let me just tell you, don't clap between them when you're going to see the orchestra. That's a little clue from me to you. Here it goes. So funny. No notes, but that slider makes a difference. Percussion. Okay. Percussion instruments are ones that you strike or hit to make a sound. Drums, triangles, glockenspiels, xylophones, and timpani are all percussion instruments. Beethoven uses only the timpani in Symphony No. 5. Timpani, also known as kettle drums, are large drums that you strike with mallets. I've said that when it's like time to go to sleep and then nothing works. Mallet. Maybe that's not appropriate. The drum is shaped like a bowl, usually made of copper, that is covered with plastic skin or calf skin, and the skins are tightened and loosened with screws and foot pedals
that change their pitch. Holy cannoli. Who knew about that? Most people don't know that. I'm sure they don't. I'm sure they don't. So let's play the timpani. Do it again. You can hear it. You can hear pitches in that. Isn't that amazing? And sometimes modern... Really? Did you have to say that? Sometimes modern orchestras include other instruments that don't have a part in Beethoven's Fifth Symphony Number 5. I just can't speak. Some of these instruments, like the tuba, hadn't been invented when Beethoven was still alive. So here you go. Here's a glockenspiel. Here's a snare drum. Here's a tuba. Here's a harp. And here's a piano. Okay. So, music. Let's just talk about music. Music is like a conversation. The instruments talk to one another. Sometimes the strings talk to the woodwinds. Sometimes the brass will have something to say. Each section takes turns speaking and listening, and then they play together, unless, of course, it's a rock band. Then there's always somebody who's trying to speak and someone's speaking louder. It's more like an argument. That was judgment. Okay, so what did these three guys say? Did you hear that? The instruments talk to each other. Yeah, just like you're talking to us now. Yeah, well, I'm trying to listen. Shh. Right, because you're not supposed to talk. See, I am way ahead of this book. A melody is a tune. It's a series of notes that make up a musical sentence. To hear the melody. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to play music. Music. What do they have for music? Okay. And the melody is this. That was the melody. And a harmony is a combination of two or more pitches sounding together. Beethoven is famous for his powerful harmonies. So, for instance, did you hear that? So you had the and the lower one. Yep, lower one. Oh my God, I can't. It's horrible. I should have sang both of them, but okay, I didn't. It's harder for me to hear that lower one because it was just so well blended, and that's a good harmony. Oh my gosh, the gray hairs are driving me nuts. The end of the first movement. Beethoven's Fifth Symphony in C minor has 4 movements in all. Each of these musical instruments has a different feeling and a different tempo. To hear the end of the movement, press this. And you want to clap, but you can't. It's inappropriate. Allegro, con brio, andante, con moto, scherzo, allegro. So he's telling him, he's like, look. Fantastic, bravo! Quiet, it's only the end of the first movement. We don't clap yet. That's what I said. You mean there's more Beethoven to come? Yay! Okay. See, I was quiet because of the situation. Is that it? Is it over? It's over. Oh no, the party's over. So let's listen to everything again. Well, let's just listen to the Symphony Number 5 here. And then the end. Well, that was a movement. For more movements, see someone else. I only have this one book.